In section 6, we look at arpeggios. Arpeggio means harp, harp-like. We're taking our chord tones and we're going to play them across the keyboard. So we need to learn a little technique for that, don't we? But what I'd like to stress here is that just as we had circular motions in one octave arpeggios, when you take a multi-octave arpeggio, it still transcribes the same sort of circle, but the entire ascent or descent is built into the circle. So I'm going to drop low and stay low all the way through, and I'm coming over the top. I actually transcribe the top of the circle, so low and over the top. And the left hand is a mirror image of that. So the left hand will come down and over the top. And what we'll do is use the one octave arpeggio to establish the flow of the feel and then carry it through the rest of the octave. Notice this gives us a momentum and it gives us guidance on the handling of the wrist. Okay, how do we look at the dealing with the thumb? Because there's a tendency to want to say, okay, we have to tuck that thumb under, but be cautious of the tucking under. You can do it for slow practice, but we don't want to build tension in the thumb. So what I recommend is we move to that very next tone, the thumb relaxes and plays behind the finger that plays. So here I am with thumb not prepared all the way to the C. That would create tremendous tension in the hand, but it does relax right behind the finger that's playing. And then there's just that very little toss, that little motion here that bridges to the next thumb. So this is how we execute the thumb under, essentially by letting the thumb hang and follow the key that plays, and then a very slight throw. If you want to look at this from a more advanced perspective, there is a slight separation there when we toss to the thumb. So if you put a slight separation between all of the arpeggiated tones, then you get a very evenness to the sound because everything is just ever so slightly separated. That's something you don't have to worry about right away. But as you develop more and more proficiencies, you can get that leggero lightness of the sound by putting just ever so slight separation between your arpeggiated tones.